Hello everybody, this is Greg29407 back with another edition of Astroneer, and here we are with our Astroneer himself. For some reason it says backpack with a Y, as if we're playing on a console. I've checked all the things, we're definitely not playing on a console, we're playing on the keyboard, and all the keyboard buttons work, so I'm not sure why the Y shows up, which is why the game is still in alpha, I suppose. As of our last video, we had just gone ahead and gone into we've got a smelter and we've got a research chamber, and we've started getting some research in here, and we've also been able to create a wind turbine as well as some solar power, and of course it's nighttime and there's no breeze blowing, so it's not doing anything. But we also have a little piece of a root that we got out of a cave. It's not doing anything right now. We still have 1,700 more bytes to earn on this thing though. So as soon as the power comes up, when the sun comes up, as the sun is starting to come up now over the horizon, you see some of the other planets that are in our particular solar system. What will happen is these two solar packs will turn towards the sun, and we'll start getting some power going to it. Let's see as the sun rises up over those mountains over there. As it starts to come up and starts to come up, here we go. I tell you, the artwork in this game is fantastic. Look at that, there we go. And it's starting to go, and let's see what this shows. Okay, the two are doing halfway, and we're going to be down to like 28 minutes, 28 and a half minutes before the whole thing is done. Well, in the meantime, let's go ahead and go back into our cave, and our cave is right over this rise over here, and see what else, what other research we can find, because what we want to do is we want to have more research waiting for when it's time to go. I don't have any backpacks or anything in my pack. Yikes! Let me go back to my let me go back over to my compound pile and get some more compound and make some more tethers so we can. That's right, it's over here. So we can do a little bit more exploration. We have barely scratched the surface in this first cave that's nearby. So we definitely have a lot more to discover. Let's really load up on compound. Now they have added a new thing in the game, which is called the mineral analyzer, and we will build that a little bit later. What you can do is you can take a sample of any type of raw material. That includes lithium and titanium, but also compound and resin if we want. And you put a bunch of dirt in there, a bunch of soil, and you can make copies, a lot of copies of whatever we want. So, all right, I'm going to make me some tethers. So that'll be a big time saver for us a little bit later on. Meantime, let's also check our oxygen sensors. Where is that going to be at? Small battery. Wind turbine. No. There we go. We need 1,600 for oxygen. What that does is it puts like a little thing on the back in your backpack, and it basically doubles the amount of oxygen you have. So it's great for exploration. You can go off tether for twice as long as you can now. Oh, our backpack thing came back normal. It no longer says a Y on it. But yeah, it really doubles the amount of oxygen you can expend without needing tethers. It's a fantastic thing, and especially for long exploration. Some of these caverns get pretty intense, and you can't take tethers everywhere that you go. And once again, it seems fairly loud down here in these tunnels. I'm not sure why. I would have thought the tunnels would be very quiet, but I don't know. I don't go into a lot of caves and stuff. So we've got caves that go over that way, and we've got ones that go down there. A big one that goes down that way. So this is going to be the central for a lot of our stuff. Another entrance over there. And we got plenty of room for copper and for aluminum. Let's go this way. Oh, you know, before I go off pack, let me see. Let me also check for canisters. Yikes. That is loud. Wow. it's so loud, I have no idea. Boost mod, 800. We're almost there. That would be a good thing to have. Small battery, medium battery, that's 6,000. Research canister, there we go. Okay, this is what collects our dirt for us, and that's going to be very important because we're going to have a lot of dirt, and that way we can build dirt back up. Because right now, I'd like to fill these holes in, but I can't do that because I need a canister. So let's go ahead and do that. Here we go, and I need resin. Oh, okay. Likes it. Okay. Let's go back up here and get a little bit of resin, and I will be back in just a minute. Okay, I have made a canister I've got sitting here. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to go ahead and dig out a little bit of something here just for show it a little bit. So let's dig into the wall here. And notice I have a little orange dot on top there. That shows that there's some dirt in here. Okay, so I have a little bit of dirt in there, and you can see it's kind of full. So what I'm going to do now is I can actually, if I hold the control button up, I can flatten. If I hold the alt button, I can actually raise the dirt. There we go. It's just, it keeps things clean. There's no real reason for that, except I just like having a nice, clean work surface. You know. And but I tell you, having this dirt in here, it will pay a lot of dividends later on. Alright, so let's see here. So we just kind of went around in a circle here. Okay, let's go, instead, let's go forward. Let's go up this way and see what's down here. I'm going to dig this out. Oh, look at that! I didn't think there'd be anything under there. Alright, so that's good. That's one of our thingamabobs. Let's smooth this out. We had a bunch of those killer things in here. And we dug up a lot of laterite back here. This hole over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to go forward here, and we'll see where we're at. Okay, well I found 3 more of those things right inside, close into that tunnel where I did all that laterite last chapter. And early on in the game, the main thing you're going to be doing is researching stuff. You're going to be looking for these underground things and bring them up here and trying to get these things going as quickly as possible. So, you know, again, we don't have much going on here because of the, we only have 2 little solar panels. And let's see, that over 1,000 bytes to do here. Let's check. We have total just over 1,000 bytes. That's pretty good. But again, now the wind is working. Let's see if we want to have anything else that we need right away. We want to be careful in terms of blowing stuff. You know, as soon as you get something, oh, I got enough points for this or for that. For instance, these vehicles. We don't need to buy a vehicle yet. We will later, but all in good time. You want to get the main things out of the way first. The solar panels are really good. It's 2,500. We want to get that. The medium turbine is okay. Again, because of the spotty spottiness of the wind, though. I'm a little concerned about using those. The big batteries. This is the one cost I think is kind of out of line for the game. 6,000. That's one of the most expensive things in the game, and this is something you need, fairly early on. So I'm not sure what the deal is with that. Maybe that's something that could be changed at some point. This is the main thing I want to get right now. I think the oxygen tank, small oxygen tank that I can put in my backpack. In terms of here, let's see what we've got. We could get the mineral extractor, which is very useful. That's only 500. That's a really good one to have. We're going to get that. Inhibitor mods. We are going to get some mods, including terrain analyzer. Trade platform we don't really need until much later. Let me see here. Yeah, we got the boost mod, and then the narrow mod and the wide mod. Boost mod, did we build that yet? We didn't build that yet. Oh, we haven't done that yet. Let's do this right now. This boosts up the amount of dirt we can eat up right away. And this is a mod that we'll build. And what happens is when we, start doing this on the dirt and everything, it eats a lot more. So we can go a lot faster, collect a lot more stuff a lot faster. And it's really, really useful. So let's see. We're going to need for that. Boost mod, I need some resin. Alright. Go over here to my resin pile. Where's that resin pile? It's over here. I think this was the resin pile. I think we've emptied that one out. So we'll go to another resin pile. Is this resin up here? Yes, it is. All right. Now, one good question is, why don't I just like farm all this stuff right away? Just go to all the resin piles, get all the resin out, get all the compound out, so I can just put it in one place. Well, that's what I used to do. In fact, one of the things that we do like a year ago is right away we'd build like a little hole in the ground and make a little underground tunnel, a little underground cave for ourselves, and I would flatten out the floor and put all of my compound and resin and lithium and titanium, all my stuff. I'd store it all in this little cave that I made for myself, and they all had their own little sections of the cave that they would sit in. The problem is they would sink through the floor because the way the game is, where you can dig into the ground. This game, unlike most games, does not have a flat surface of 0.0 as your floor, because you can dig down as far as you want to. So the problem the game has always had is sometimes things will sink into the ground, especially things that you mine from the ground. I don't think they have a problem with the equipment like this stuff, but if we had a bunch of like these things right here, these will sometimes disappear. They will sink into the earth somewhere and you can never find them again. Sometimes your vehicle will disappear, at least it used to. I don't know if it still does or not. Vehicles would do weird stuff. Sometimes if you hit a rock really hard with a vehicle, the vehicle would shoot off into space. So it was just weird. But there is still a problem with items that like I have on my backpack. If I took these and stuck those on the ground and then say exited out of the game and came back later, they may still be there, but they may be gone for good. A year ago, sometimes I found a bunch of my stuff that was up here. It was gone, and I went underground into the cave that happened to be directly beneath my base, and I found my stuff sitting down there. It had sunk through the ground and caught down there. So you got to be careful with this stuff. So what I found is the best thing to do is we're going to make some medium and large storage pods that will go on these little things here. So a medium would hold, where these 2 slots are here, will hold 8 slots. And same here and here and here. And so we'll be able to store a lot of things on those. The other thing is you really just don't farm stuff until you really need it, which is kind of a shame. But I can understand why that's a problem. And to be honest with you, it seems like it would be kind of a difficult fix. I don't know what the fix would be. So I'm kind of with them on that. So that's why I don't just go out anymore and just like mine the heck out of everything and then store it all, because chances are it'll be a waste of time. So that's the answer to that. Okay, so this is still the first big thing that we've been researching. I got 3 more. I'm going to I'm going to babysit these a little bit. I'm also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do my, as I told you last time, I like doing 11 tethers out in 4 directions, and then eventually connecting the things in a circle, so I have a big circle around my base. I'm going to do that while I'm waiting for this thing to finish up. And you probably don't need to see me spread out 44 tethers. That could be good. Maybe I'll do a special episode where I just spread tethers one day. I don't know. But I'm going to take a pause on this, and I'll be back when I'm done either doing that or if I find something really interesting while I'm doing it. So I'll be right back. Okay, well, I've gone out. Here's our base, and it's nighttime again, so we're waiting for this thing to continue on. And I went out 11 this way, and it takes us almost to over here. And even with some tunnels into this mountain, underneath the mountain and through the mountains. That's kind of interesting. And then I started going out this way. And this is away from the crash spaceship, which is over in that direction. So we're going the opposite way this time. And to be honest, I wasn't finding anything out here at all. It was just kind of bland and not much. But I said, well, maybe it's kind of a waste of time going out this way. Until I got to the very end. Let me show you what I've got. So I went through here and I said, well, this is kind of interesting here. It's like a little mini valley. There's nothing really, I hadn't gone up or down there yet to see what's going on. And I got all the way down here, down to number 11, which is over here. And I got here and started looking around. So it's kind of out here in the wilderness a little bit. I said, oh, there's a tunnel right here. So I put this right here. And I said, I'm gonna run here real quick. So I'm just going to peek in here, and let's take a look at what we see when we look into this tunnel. Hey, does that look familiar? Look at those tethers. This is the tunnel we went into to get all those research things so far. We killed a lot of those enemies that are trying to kill us, and we had just went out to here. That laterite hole, Doug, is right over here. So these tunnels connect. So the tunnel right next to our camp comes out right next to this thing. So I'm going to try and create a way down here or a way up here from down there, and we'll connect these 2 tunnels. So I love when that happens. One of the fun things about this for me is finding all these weird tunnels and going down different paths and seeing how they connect to each other. And so I just find that kind of fascinating. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back as, is this a storm coming up? It is. Okay, I'm going to connect. Oh my goodness, it is. I need to connect some tunnels right. Oh no, no! Oh no, I'm dead. Yikes. I didn't hear the storm coming. That sucks. Alright, well, that happens. You know, the sound is a little loud when I'm doing the recording, so I turned down a lot of things. And I guess maybe I turned down the sound of the storm, which was not a good move. Oops. There's my dead corpse way up there. And there goes the storm. Alright. Bye-bye. Thank you for dropping me off in a new body. Now, as you can see, I'm missing everything. So I'm going to go get my body. Fortunately, I died really close to my tethers. Well, that's part of being an explorer. Well, now the music is loud. Before I was like, I can't hear the music at all. I tried to turn it back up, and now it's loud. And I still can hear the storms, which is a big mistake. So here's my corpse. All right, let's take all this stuff off of here. Here's my controller, my tethers, my booster. Is that all that was on there? That was all that was on there. Oh, man. Wow, that's loud again. All right. I might as well leave those there. Okay. Well, that's disappointing. And then the music's gone again. Very strange. Again, alpha. But yeah, getting killed was stupid on my part. So anyway, I just want to show that interesting little side bit where I'm now going to try and connect these two tunnels. So there's the entrance to the other tunnel. So this tunnel and the other tunnel connect. Some people may say, yeah, who cares? I kind of like the fact that they connect. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so this is daylight and it's working. Okay, good. Yep. So well, the sun is setting though, so it's the end of the day. Only 212 bytes left. All right. So I can continue this. I'm gonna see if I can connect those two tunnels, and we will be back soon. Okay, we are back, and I have finally managed to get down here. I built this little ramp. Took a little while, and it's a little steep. It's a little bit steep, but it works. Put a little thing here. And it's connected. So both things. Now what I'll eventually do is get a beacon. I like putting beacons outside of all my cavern entrances. So I'll have one for each of these two. And that will take care of it. So let's head back. First, let's make sure we don't have another storm up here. No, we're okay. Jeez Louise. All right, here we go. I'm not sure why it's so loud in those caverns. Normally, when I'm not recording, you can barely hear anything down there. It's fine. So anyway, let's get back to their base. And we should be about finished on the research for that first really expensive thing, and I think we're done on it. So let's take advantage of this daylight and get another one in here. Let's take the circus-looking thing. Put that in here. Let's see what that one's worth. 342. So not a lot. To be honest, that's what most of them are going to be. Around 200s, 300s. Occasionally find some in the 900s. That's what most of them are going to be. Now, hopefully we won't lose these two as we go. Now, what I also want to do, though, is I want to go ahead and let's see what we got. 1,300. We got that already. Medium printer is something that would be really useful for printing up some other things that we're going to build. So I think maybe we'll get some resin, make another one of these coming off, and then have the medium printer right here. And so we want to do that one. Beacons I'd like to do. That's not a high priority though. I don't need the seats. The main thing is this solar panel 2500. That's a big one. That's going to be really important for us. The wind one is a little bit less so. The oxygen tank is what I want to do next. So 16, we're close to that one. So I'm going to get that first, and then I'm going to go for the 3D printer. So now it's nighttime, so we're back to waiting around. Maybe the wind will kick in. Maybe it won't. We'll see. So we've got these two tunnels. I need to also go in that direction, 11, to see what's out there. So I'm going to be babysitting these research things. So we're in the early stages of the game. We've gotten our basic survival taken care of, as long as you don't step up into a storm like I just did and get yourself killed. But we're not going to die otherwise in this thing. We got a little bit of power. Oh, our wind is blowing now, so we got a little bit of research going. So we got our basic survival taken care of. Now it's a matter of thriving here. And by that case, we're going to continue to find more of these research things. That's going to be our number one job, finding more of these things, researching them, getting more things, building our base up, getting it more powerful. Eventually we have a truck. When we get our little Jeep thing, we'll drive all over the place. We'll drive around those mountains in no time flat. It'll be really simple and everything like that. So that's going to do it for now. So until next time, this is Greg 29407, along with our little Astroneer, saying arrivederci, and we will see you next time.